A dozen leaders from Europe and Canada were in Ukraine's capital Monday to mark the third anniversary of Russia's invasion. According to Associated Press, the visitors, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, attended anniversary events and discussed supporting Ukraine with President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. The anniversary was being marked as U.S. policies on Russia and Ukraine shift under President Donald Trump. At a summit in Kiev, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau praised Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy's personal bravery, resilience and resolve, stressing this was a war of Russia's making. The Canadian leader pushed back on the Kremlin's narrative on the cause of the war, echoed in recent days by U.S. President Donald Trump and some members of his administration, that Ukraine bore responsibility for igniting the conflict. This is a war started for one reason and one reason only: Russia's desire to erase Ukrainian history and expand their empire, Trudeau told the summit. We cannot return to an era where might makes right, he added. We must do everything in our power to enable Ukraine to secure a just and lasting peace, a peace that cannot be achieved without Ukrainians at the table. Trudeau said Canada would provide Ukraine with additional armored vehicles that Ukrainian soldiers would soon be trained on in Germany. The President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen meanwhile said Europe would continue to support Ukraine for as long as it takes. No one wants more peace than the Ukrainian people, but they want a just and a lasting peace. And this only comes through strength. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez echoed her words, saying only Ukrainians can decide the future of their country. Spain welcomes all efforts to work towards peace. But peace must be fair, sustainable and comprehensive, Sanchez stressed.
Russian assets, along with providing a grant to help Ukraine maintain its energy. Bonjour mes chers amis, good morning everyone. Thank you to my fellow leaders for your time. This is not a conflict Ukraine wanted, provoked, or asked for in any way. This is a war started for one reason and one reason only: Russia's desire to erase Ukrainian history and expand their empire. Faire que la Russie paye le prix de cette invasion inhumaine, que ce soit avec des sanctions. We cannot go back. We cannot return to an era where might makes right. We must do everything in our power to enable Ukraine to secure a just and lasting peace, a peace that cannot be achieved without Ukrainians at the table.
No one wants more peace than the Ukrainian people. But they want a just and a lasting peace. And this only comes through strength. And this is why we strengthen your economy. This is why we increase the resilience of your energy sector. This is why we will continue training and equipping your troops. Think of the importance of artillery ammunition, for example. This is why we have to provide security guarantees backed by the United States. This is why today we are adopting the 16th package of sanctions. We will increase punitive sanctions against Russia until they demonstrate true willingness to achieve a lasting peace agreement.
Spain is committed to the full sovereignty of Ukraine. All Ukraine can decide its future. Spain welcomes all efforts to work towards peace, but peace must be fair, sustainable, and comprehensive. For peace to be just, Ukraine needs to sit at the negotiation table. For peace to be sustainable, Europe has to participate in it. For peace to be comprehensive, it cannot be a mere ceasefire. At these critical times, let me highlight three messages.
Ukraine's economy minister announced on Sunday her country has received $115 billion of direct budget support since Russia launched its full-scale invasion 3 years ago. According to Yulia Svirodenko, Ukraine's biggest donor of direct financial support was the European Union, while the U.S. was second with an overall contribution of $30 billion. According to Associated Press, Svirodenko also said there is $350 billion worth of rare earth minerals in Russian-occupied Ukrainian territory. These are resources that unfortunately the aggressor currently possesses, and which can be used, like titanium, which is used primarily for the aviation industry, for the defense industry, for the medical industry, against us in this fight, she added. Ukraine's rare earth minerals are at the center of tensions between Kiev and the United States, after U.S. President Donald Trump's administration proposed Ukraine grant minerals as compensation for support already given by the Biden administration, and as payment for future aid. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy refused to sign off on a deal pushed by U.S. officials last week, and objected again days later during a meeting in Munich with Vice President J.D. Vance because the American proposal did not include security guarantees. Andriy Yermak, the Ukrainian head of the presidential office, said negotiations on the mineral deal are ongoing.
Перший віце-прем'єр, міністр економіки України, пані Юлія Свириденко. Впродовж останніх 3 років тільки за рахунок прямої бюджетної підтримки надали нам допомогу в розмірі 115 мільярдів доларів. І серед них найбільший контриб'ютор – це, звичайно, Європейський Союз, на другому місці Сполучені Штати з своїм внеском прямої бюджетної підтримки 30 мільярдів доларів. Про мир в Україні я би тільки хотіла сфокусуватися, ще раз підкреслити тезу. Ми знаємо і володіємо інформацією, що, на жаль, на території, яка тимчасово окупована, цих корисних критичних матеріалів знаходиться на суму порядку 350 мільярдів доларів. Ми розуміємо, що це ресурси, якими, на жаль, на сьогоднішній день володіє агресор, і які можуть бути використані. Той же титан використовується в першу чергу для авіаційної галузі, для оборонної галузі, для медичної галузі, буде використовуватися проти нас в цій боротьбі. Зрозуміло, що достатньо складна дискусія може бути довкола, але ми знайшли такий баланс, який дозволяє...
Безумовно, сьогодні ми розглядаємо інвестиції, в першу чергу, американські інвестиції, європейські інвестиції, взагалі в нашу країну, і в корисні копалини, в їх розвитку, в їх видобуток, як певний елемент гарантій безпеки, який є дуже важливим, який, безумовно, може працювати в загальній структурі гарантій безпеки військових і інших. Але це дуже важливо, і тому, безумовно, ми продовжуємо з нашими партнерами цей діалог.
Тим, що реєстри державні були під кібератакою, там більше 20...
Ніхто не відмовлявся ні від чого. В нас іде нормальний робочий процес. А він завжди може тривати день, може тривати місяці. Але повірте, угода, яка, ми вважаємо, може з'явитися, вона повинна відповідати національним інтересам України і повинна, безумовно, бути цікавою для наших партнерів.
Дякуємо Андрію Борисовичу, пані Юля.